someone asked me, Dr. Astruck, what's the one thing that you would tell your patients that would help them the most to change their lives? The answer is you get to choose. You get to choose what you think, what you believe. You get to choose what actions you take. What are the things that you're actually doing? How are you spending your time? You get to choose. You get to choose the spirit of generosity with which you're giving back to the world. You get to choose how you're going to help to lift people up around you. You get to choose the attitude, the spirit that you bring into the interactions around you. So the greatest of the human powers, it's our ability to choose. Eight years ago, I was burnt out. Had a busy practice, doing well with that, but I was tired. I was desperate. There was a sense of desperation because I was not growing, and my future looked like a treadmill, over and over, unending, day after day, without much change. I wasn't very happy about that. But I made a choice to start to make some changes. Started to work on my energy by eating better, by moving more. I started to build a tribe, a virtual tribe of teachers where I was learning about marketing and leadership, coaching, any number of different things. So I was getting a new skill set, but that inspired me, right? So going from desperation to inspiration. And somewhere along the way, there's a commitment, there's a choice to grow, to do the work, to move into a different area. That's the work. That's desperation. So the gift of pain is the desperation that pushes us. Inspiration is what pulls us. Perspiration is the commitment to change. Commitment to change, commitment to your own excellence, commitment to your own growth, so that you can be happy, you can be successful, right? The freedom to be yourself, and so that you can make an impact on the world. When I first started some changes in my life that were much needed, I had hit a bottom in terms of how I was feeling, and the future seemed very bleak, and there was a lot of hopelessness around it. The first commitment that I made, I drew a line in the sand, a moment of truth. I have to enjoy the ride. Now, it's not always fun, but by and large, my commitment to enjoying the ride and doing things, adding things to my life that are interesting and that push me and that challenge me to grow and to make progress, the feeling of joy that you get as you strive to fulfill your capabilities, that has been transformative to me. So someone wants to change. What is the most critical thing that is required? It's sort of evident, but in order for someone to change, they have to actually start doing things differently. A desire to change, a desire to take a trip, a desire to get from where you are to where you want to be. You can plan, you can think, you can read, you can talk to people about it, but the change doesn't actually start until you take a step in the direction of the journey that you're heading into. Change requires actually doing something. It's a simple one, but how many people are thinking, talking, pondering about all the things they would like to see change and be different in their lives? However, there's no action. Change requires action. One of the obstacles that gets in our way is when we fail to execute. We have a plan, we have things we want to do, and we find that we get lost somehow in the weeds of life, or the weeds of our head, the stories we're telling ourselves. And perseverance is really one of the keys, with compassion for yourself, to just keep facing the dream and working on that next step. Don't focus on the fact that it has not yet been taken. Don't focus on all the things that are keeping you from taking it. Really focus on persevering and giving yourself the grace, the compassion, and the long runway that taking one step after another, you'll get to where you're going. Change is hard, and what's required is a vision of what you want down the road. You know why it's important to you. You have to know why it's important to you to change, because change is hard, and it's hard to persevere through change if you're not aware of that vision. And part of the vision for me is really impact. What's the difference I want to see in the world? So get clear on your North Star, get clear on that vision of what you want, and allow yourself to dream and to dare and to desire to make a difference, to have impact. And that can be as local as in the people that you touch day to day, or it can be in your organization, or it can be in your community. Impact comes in many shapes and sizes. My impact is help more people to help more people by touching the lives of those around me, the community, and people who come to my workshops, and the people that I know. Why are you doing what you're doing? What is the contribution that you want to add to your community, the people around you, family, friends, co-workers? So what we're doing is we're putting together a vision with a contribution, which is a mission. And what that equals is purpose. That can really help you on those days that you don't want to execute on your goals, when you want to coast. Traditionally, the measurement that I've used is all the things I didn't do today, all the things I intended to do, all the things I could have done, but I failed to do them. What am I not measuring? What did I actually do? What's the progress I made? And when I am able to measure more of what I have done, learn from what I haven't, and learn to have more compassion with myself, so that I can learn and grow and maintain a positive focus for myself in my life. Not only am I happier, but I'm much more productive and a lot more fun to be around. So measure those things that matter, the things you're actually getting done. Learn from what you're not getting done. Focus in on the important parts of that story. Keep data simple. Where are you? Where do you want to go? What's working? What's not working? What do you need to start doing? What do you need to stop doing? Keep data simple. When you start a new habit, you start now, and then you keep going. You don't start your new habit tomorrow. So over and over I hear, I'm going to start doing this next week. I'm going to start doing this on Monday. And you know what? Sometimes there's very good reasons for that, and I get it. I understand why we plan on something, and sometimes that's the way it goes. But here's an alternative way of looking at things. So I was sitting with some folks. I'm going to start getting back to my workouts next week, is what I heard. What I questioned was, why don't you do a couple of push-ups today? Why don't you do a couple of sit-ups today? Why don't you go for a walk today? Why don't you do something today? Start now. You don't have to start big, but start now. There's no reason to wait to start your workouts tomorrow. What are some really, really practical things that you can start doing right now, right? Don't wait, start now. And this is what I'm seeing people actually make progress with. I always start your next act talking about and teaching on energy. You gotta get your energy up so that you can be moving and doing more. And what are the fundamental principles that people are incorporating that help them? Meditation, movement, eating, and sleeping. Super basic stuff. When you start to focus not on all the problems out there, but when you take 100% responsibility for, if I'm going to change my life, I've got to start doing some things different than I've been doing them. Meditation, some people talk about prayer and meditation. Move more, eat better, and focus on your sleep. Not only does that help you to change your life today, but another consequence of that upgrades happiness, upgrades your mental well-being, and 20 or 30 years down the road, this is the best investment that you can make so that you can be productive, active, and functional. So here's the challenge for today. Start tomorrow today. Start tomorrow today. So start now, start earlier, start before you're ready, start with one little step. Doesn't have to be the entire plan, but one little step to move you closer to your goals, to your dreams, to where you want to be. Start now, guys. Change your life.